I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
All right, Dr. Martin Luther King said those words the night before he stood on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee, and lost his life as a result of an assassin's bullet. Since that April night in 1968, speculation has remained over many facets of Dr. Martin Luther King's assassination. Now, this week, President Trump ordered the release of the records from the FBI surveillance of Dr. Martin Luther King. And here now with us is Gerald Griggs. He's the president of the Georgia NAACP. Welcome back to the show, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Now, you put out on social media saying justice requires transparency. Healing requires truth. Where does the release of these files fit into that?
I think we should have followed the wishes of the family and not released these files. We didn't learn anything new, and we re-traumatized the family. So transparency means being honest and open in the conversation about how the release would have been facilitated. So we want to continue to support the voice of the family. I don't believe that the release of this information moved any needle forward in the unfortunate timely unpassing of Dr. King.
Yeah. How does that look like, the releasing in your eyes? How would that have looked?
It would have looked like you would have gone over the documents with the family, and you would have had the family's approval of the release of this information. And again, it was no additional information that was not already known to the public. So I'm not sure, other than trying to have a political sideshow, why this was released at this time.
Yeah. In your mind, what has been left unanswered about Dr. King's assassination?
Nothing. We knew all of this information before. We knew that there was a lone gunman, and there was some question about whether or not he worked alone. These documents did not answer that ultimate question, and it just provided more traumatic experience for the family.
Yeah. Do you trust the government truly is being transparent about this, or does this just reopen a deeper distrust that's been there since 1968?
It reopens deeper distrust. We saw the intense surveillance of Dr. King that was documented by the government. So you can't trust the government to be transparent in what the government was doing to surveil Dr. King. So I think this added more distrust in the process of the release of these documents.
Is there any way that the family can be protected with this, or from being traumatized by this release? Or, I mean, I'm not sure if you read what's in it, but is there any way to protect the family at this point?
I mean, you could have had a conversation with them beforehand to prepare them for what was in the documents. Again, they're the ones to best assess whether or not those steps are appropriate, and they have said that in this particular case, they were not.
You mentioned that you believe that there's nothing left to be uncovered. Do you think that there's anything in these files that could reveal anything at all?
No, not that we don't already know. I mean, many of the individuals that were around that particular incident have written profusely on what happened. And I think it's been documented in multiple biographies. And now these documents just add validity to what was already given by eyewitnesses.
Why now, do you think? I mean, they said they had a date before. Now they're saying an early release. Why now, do you think?
To draw attention away from the files that the country are really waiting on. That's the Epstein files. So I think it was a smokescreen to distract. And I think ultimately it caused more pain than it did progress or information.
Yeah, Gerald Griggs, so thank you so much for joining us, and thanks for your insight on this. I'm sure we'll be hearing more about it, and certainly we'll invite you back as we get more word about what's in these files and get your take on it.
Thank you for having me.